And finally, for today's program, Ashley Chisholm is here for This Week in Adventist History.
See how the church was officially formed in Sweden.
Welcome to This Week in Adventist History. 135 years ago, on December 7th, 1882, the 21st General Conference session began, running through December 19th. 47 delegates came to Rome, New York, from mostly state conferences in North America, but also from the mission field of Sweden. It was at this meeting that the Swedish Conference, today's Swedish Union of Churches, and its 150 members were officially admitted into the church. The delegates waived reading the previous session's minutes on account of their great length and turned to the work that brought them together. The morning's meeting included a proposed and tabled amendment to the General Conference Constitution, which passed later in the session, and a report written by John N. Andrews, who was ill in Switzerland. A considerable part of the afternoon meeting, beginning at 2 p.m. on December 7th, was spent discussing the call for efficient help to be sent to the city of Chicago, Illinois. This call had been brought to the session by the delegates from the Illinois Conference, R.F. Andrews and T.M. Stewart, along with O.A. Olson and J.H. Wagner. A resolution regarding the need for a coal porter to be stationed there and in New York City was made 5 days later, on December 12th. On December 8th, 1882, Stephen Haskell spoke about how there were a great many openings for the introduction of the truth in Europe, but that there was a need for printed material, especially in German and French, created in those countries. While he was speaking, an editor for the Review, probably Uriah Smith, wrote an account of the earlier meetings for the paper, and as he finished writing in order to send the article off, commented that the session's resolution sending B.L. Whitney and his family to Switzerland would probably pass. It did a few minutes later. Also at this session, but 10 days later, on December 18th, 1882, the session resolved to create the first Seventh-day Adventist yearbook, which is still published today. In fact, the very detailed minutes of the 1882 General Conference session, which I used to write this segment, can be found on the Archives website in that very first yearbook. All that came from This Week in Adventist History.